Hey guys, what's going on? Coach Gary here today with WODprep and our loyal, faithful Ben as well. And today we're going to do a video on improving your handstand push-up performance. So if you're somebody who struggles with getting a good position in your handstand push-ups or doesn't feel comfortable on your shoulders, this video is going to help you dramatically with these 3 exercises we're going to show you. But first, if you are somebody who needs overall better shoulder performance for your shoulder intensive metcons, go to our website, WODprep.com/shoulders for the ultimate shoulder warm-up in there for you. But if you want to work on those shoulders for handstand push-ups, let's get into these drills.
So the first drill that we're going to work on is the split kettlebell press. And as you can see here, our lovely model Gary is demonstrating. You're going to get into your best version of a split with your legs completely straight, focusing on keeping the ribs glued down. We're going to be pressing the weight overhead. So as you can see here, Gary's not using a crazy heavy weight because it can be really difficult. Gary, what are they trying to focus on while we do this?
So what we're really trying to focus on and translate over to your handstand push-ups is integrating good core mechanics, trunk mechanics with your shoulders. So it's going to be very demanding. It's going to make you want to lean back or lean forward and overextend. So we want to think about keeping the belly button sucked in, ribs down, and that is going to help us translate into a good overhead position. We also want to work on those nice straight elbows and getting in line with that ear. So the big thing that we find with handstand push-ups in particular is that a lot of us struggle with translating that power from our shoulders to our lower extremities, to our feet, right? We kind of break in the core. So getting into the split position is going to be very demanding. Make your core fire right away, which is going to have a very transferable effect into your handstand push-ups.
You can see here as Gary demonstrates, there's a couple reps where he's demonstrating what looks good and a couple reps showing you what you should look like. Do your best to look like the good reps. It's very difficult. It was hard for me to even demonstrate these, but if you keep the weight light enough, you should feel a great stretch. It's really just like feeling like you're in good position, supporting those unstable weights overhead. And this is really going to help you, especially if you tend to get that overextended position like I'm demonstrating here in the handstand push-up. We really want to keep your ribs glued down so that you can keep a strong, hollow position as you're doing the handstand push-up. It's going to help translate that strength into more reps.
So for this exercise, what we are going to do is 2 sets of 6 to 8. You can go as light as you can. You can go with some very light plates. You can go with a PVC pressing overhead, or you can even do a barbell. But I have 2 18-pound kettlebells. If we have 2 single apparatuses, it's going to be a lot more difficult to stabilize overhead. So 2 sets, 6 to 8. Don't burn out the shoulders. Just go up, work on good mechanics, ribs down, just like we would be doing if we were pressing out that handstand push-up. Okay.
So the next movement that we're doing involves 2 rings and 2 bands. So what I want you to do is take a set of rings, remove the straps, and you're actually going to attach a pretty light band to it and then wrap that band around a pull-up bar. And then what are we doing after that, Gary?
So once you're done that, get it in a bar, one of your lower bars at the gym. You're going to get down onto your knees and you're going to face away from the rig. And once we are here, we're going to take those rings into this push-up position and we're going to do our push away, which looks like just going from push-up to overhead. And so now that we have the angle that the rings are pulling us back, we are going to be very inclined to just disengage the core, let the ribs pull up, which is exactly like a lot of people do in their handstand push-ups. They have a very tough time learning how to keep the core engaged, which transfers your shoulder strength and power up to your legs. So if we don't have that, we're not going to get as many reps as we want, and we all want more reps and more power. So what you need to focus on, get into that kneeling position, press it up and away, good shoulder mechanics, elbows locked out, ribs are down, core engaged, so it is going to transfer over to good positioning in that handstand push-up. And for this, what you're going to do, 2 sets of 10 reps. This one, and we can do a little bit more. Go up, lock out. You can even let it kind of pull you away so you can kind of feel what it's like to be engaged.
And you'll notice here, the couple drills that we've already talked about so far, it's not for strength, it's not really for stretching, it's to develop good mechanics. We're training our body, we're training our brain to support unstable weight throughout the entire range of motion. If your body's not used to supporting yourself like this with weight overhead, it's not going to do it when you're upside down on the wall. So here we're just training, hey, we can support weight and we can stay stable with a nice, strong core so that when you kick up to actually do handstand push-ups, you're not bent and all over the place.
All right, and this last exercise we're going to do today is the extension slide. So a lot of us, we get very tight in the biceps and the flexors of the shoulder, and we're going to loosen those up, and we're going to get some better engagement in our triceps, our rear delt and our lats in this extension piece. So we're going to go into our extension slide stretch. We're going to clear up the flexors. So you're going to slide your hips through, or push them forward away from your shoulders like we do here in the video. And then lastly, if you can get your hips fully locked out, even better. But what I will suspect is most of you need to keep your hips slightly bent. It's going to be a lot of pressure to begin with. And what we want to do is focus on feeling it through the bicep and that flexion. We don't want to feel a lot of elbow pressure. If you do, just go into the tension where you feel the stretch, come back out. Learn to feel lengthening through here. And what that will do is get all of those pressing muscles, right? Like I said, the triceps, the rear delts, it's going to get them engaging and firing a lot better, because if we're really tight here, right, the opposite muscles tend to be a little bit less active. And so most of us are very overly dominant in our scalenes and our biceps, because we do so many like barbell work and pull-ups, that all these stabilizer muscles underneath aren't developed as well as they should be. So try out this extension slide. It's going to help the health of your shoulders overhead.
You're definitely going to feel this one. This one, the first time I tried it, it blew me away with how hard it was just to get my hands back there. So if you feel a lot of pressure and a lot of tension, you're like, holy crap, something's going to get hurt, you can actually just drop your butt a little bit lower and just try to emulate exactly the way he's demonstrating it, but just imagine with your butt almost touching the ground. The goal here is we just want to get to a little bit of tension, a little bit of stretch in the front of that arm, and you should be pretty good, right?
Exactly.
How many reps are we going to be doing?
We're going to do that for 2 sets, about 5 to 10. If it's a little bit more strenuous for some of you, just stick around to the 5 reps each set. And then if you need to develop better extension in the shoulders, go ahead, do that for a few more reps.
And again, these drills, especially for the handstand push-up, it's not about getting crazy strong in these positions. It's just about teaching our body that it's okay to support weight and support awkward things in these fully extended positions. We want to make sure the right muscles are firing, and we want to make sure that we do it in good position.
Exactly, because the shoulders need to have a strong foundation to press off of, right? When we're pressing overhead, if the foundation is wobbly, right, just like on your house, the structure will have a tough time standing up. So go ahead and make sure you're doing your due diligence to make sure everything is moving the way it should.
And you should always be ready for a gut punch.
Not like that.
He's going to kill me. So if you want more information on how to get better at shoulder mobility and increase your shoulder performance, make sure you go to WODprep.com/shoulders, where we have the ultimate guide to shoulder mobility. And I promise you, you won't get punched in the gut just like Gary just did. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Thumbs down if you didn't. Make sure you click subscribe. And today's question of the day. This is a very important one, and I need you to be very detailed with your answer in case I ever visit you. What is your favorite restaurant and where is it? So what is the favorite eating establishment you've ever been to and where is it located? And I will find it.
And lastly, once you click that subscribe button, don't forget to turn on that little bell notification so you don't miss a single video and you get some nice alerts to every single WODprep video we release.
Turn on your alerts. That way you can see more of Gary.